Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me this afternoon. My name is Nikki Kearns, and I am a pretty worn out person. This has been a crazy week, and I think because of all the craziness that we've had, we could use a little levity, we could use a little fun. And to that end, I thought I need to wear the fluffiest, most comfortable thing I own. And that's why I'm wearing what my kids have affectionately dubbed my Muppet sweater. It's pink eyelash yarn and pink Angora, and it's very pink. Did I mention it's pink? And super fluffy. But anyway, it feels like I'm wearing a hug every time I wear this, and I thought it would be fun to wear today. So if you're here today, please drop me a line in your comments, and that way I know who I can say hi to. I'm going to start today with a list of, I think it's 16 songs, one of which is going to be a teaser. Actually, 16 songs on the set list, but there's another one, song number 17, which is going to be a teaser for my concert in 2 weeks from today. Anyway, I think I'm just going to hang out here for a minute and wait for some people to show. Hopefully there's an audience out there. I see a grand total of, yay, 2 people. Hi, Barbara. Hi, Diana. Awesome. So I am glad you two are here. Hope you don't mind the Muppet sweater. It feels like I'm wearing a very soft pink hug. So I have to share with you. Hi, Valerie. So I got this book from one of the music stores in San Rafael way back when. This is Too Many Songs by Tom Lehrer, and most of the songs for today's program are being pulled from this, and you can tell because of all the yellow Post-its I have on the side marking which pages go where. I want to read you the first paragraph of the foreword, just because this guy, I think, is the 20th century's answer to PDQ Bach. I just love him. Hi, Stephen. Thank you for coming today. Hey, Valerie. Thanks so much for being here. So here's the first paragraph of the foreword to Tom Lehrer's song collection, Too Many Songs by Tom Lehrer with Not Enough Drawings by Ronald Searle. And he says, and I quote, "The songs in this book were written between World Wars II and III. Three? Ugh. And all but 3 of them are from the 3 LPs I recorded during that memorable period in history. Most of them were intended at the time of conception, either as takeoffs on various song types of the day, particularly the more sentimental species, or as commentaries on current events." And you're going to hear actually that a lot of those songs that you hear from this book today are actually really apropos for today as well. But I digress. Anyway, or as commentaries on current events, so that I regarded them as fugacious ephemera, which by now should have been of artifactual interest only to scholars, although in what field I can't imagine. It is therefore a source of considerable delight to me that publication of this agglomeration should be warranted at all at this late date. This late date, by the way, is April 1981. Any royalties will naturally be a source of even greater delight. Well, I was inspired by this concert, or to do this concert, when I got an email from a friend of mine about a week and a half ago who had said, "Hey, Nikki, you're a huge Tom Lehrer fan. Did you know that all of his songs are now in the public domain?" And it's a good thing I was sitting down when I read that, because I couldn't believe it. Needless to say, I am thrilled. And with that, I would like to present to you, there we go. I would like to present to you the first in our collection. This is a song that you might think is about the Boy Scouts, but I don't think it really is about the Boy Scouts. This was written in 1953, and it is called Be Prepared. All right, here we go. Be prepared, that's the Boy Scouts marching song. Be prepared, as through life you march along. Be prepared to hold your liquor pretty well. Don't write naughty words on walls if you can't spell. Be prepared to hide that pack of cigarettes. Be prepared, don't make book if you cannot cover bets. Keep those reefers hidden where you're sure that they will not be fed. And be careful not to smoke them when the scoutmaster's around, for he only will insist that they be shared. when there's no one watching you. If you're looking for adventure of a new and different kind, and you come across a Girl Scout who is similarly inclined, don't be nervous, don't be flustered, don't be scared, be prepared. Yes, be prepared. All right. So, as many of you know, I'm sure, Tom Lehrer had a fantastic gift of taking contemporary issues and poking just enough fun at them to make us laugh and then go, wait, what? But some of the things that he also did was writing lyrics to songs that were already in existence. And you're going to hear a couple of those in today's program. In fact, the very next song is exactly that. For those of you that are musical theater geeks like me, you may be familiar with, of course, Frank Loesser's show from 1950, Guys and Dolls. You know, that's "Luck Be a Lady Tonight." Okay, well, there's a song in there called "I Love You, a Bushel and a Peck." Well, Lehrer, being a math and physics geek, decided he was going to take that tune and write scientific lyrics to them. So now, I have to say something super quick. I'm looking in the comments. My aunt from Switzerland is tuning in, and she doesn't speak English. So give me a moment. Tia Maria Esther, hola, buenas noches. Sí, estamos aquí. Estoy sonando un concierto de música de una pianista aquí en América que se llama Tom Lehrer. Pero nada de sus canciones están en español, italiano o francés. Mi dispiace, lo siento. Pero algún día voy a traducir todo ese concierto en español para ti. Pero ahorita yo voy a cantar todo en inglés. Pero el piano puede tocar en español, ¿ok? Está bien. And yes, I do need a page turner. Thank you, Wendy. All right, so we now return you to your regularly scheduled set. So Tom Lehrer took the tune to Bushel and a Peck, which was written by Frank Loesser. And in 1951, he wrote the words to "I Love You, a Liter and a Gram." I love you, a liter and a gram, a liter and a gram, and it's crazy that I am a meter and a yard and a newton and a watt, a newton and a watt, and I want to know a lot about you, about you, about you. A meter and a liter, well, nothing could be sweeter, 'cause I love you, a bushel and a peck. That's the wrong word, so let me go again, 'cause I love you, a liter and a gram, and it's crazy that I am for you. Doodle-doodle-doo-doo, doodle-doodle-doo-doo, doodle-doodle-doo-doo. I love you, a poundle and a dime, a poundle and a dime, and I want to make you mine. A foot pound and an erg and a joule and a calorie, a joule and a calorie, and I want to spend my salary on you. Centigrades and Fahrenheit, you lift me up to Darren Heights, 'cause I love you, a poundle and a dime, I want to make you mine, I do. Doodle-doodle-doo-doo, doodle-doodle-doo-doo, doodle-doodle-doo-doo. Oh my gosh. The first time I ever played Guys and Dolls was actually with a small theater group in Novato called the Novato Community Theater. And for that, I was the pianist and for rehearsals and in the pit. But a friend of mine who is here today, hi Troy, was actually playing sax and conducting the pit for that. Great times. So that's enough of a liter and a gram, bushels and a peck, and whatever else you want to call that one. Next up, we have one that, as I was reading the words to this and working on it this week, I thought, oh my gosh, this one could have been written last week or even this past year. This next tune was written in 1964. And as you know, if you know your American history, that's when the Civil Rights Movement was going on. And this song, I actually had debated about going to do this or not, but the more I thought about it, I thought, you know, I have to. This one is called National Brotherhood Week. And I think when you hear this, you'll understand why. Oh, the white folks hate the black folks, and the black folks hate the white folks. To hate all but the right folks is old established rule, but during National Brotherhood Week, National Brotherhood Week, Lena Horne and Sheriff Clark are dancing cheek to cheek. It's fun to eulogize the people you despise, as long as you don't let them in your school. Ugh. Oh, the poor folks hate the rich folks, and the rich folks hate the poor folks. All of my folks hate your folks. It's American as apple pie, but during National Brotherhood Week, National Brotherhood Week, New Yorkers love the Puerto Ricans 'cause it's very chic. Step up and shake the hand of someone you can't stand, 'cause you can tolerate him if you try. Oh, the Protestants hate the Catholics, and the Catholics hate the Protestants, and Hindus hate the Muslims, and everybody hates the Jews. But during National Brotherhood Week, National Brotherhood Week, it's national, everyone smile at one another. Be nice to people who are inferior to you. It's only for a week, so have no fear. Be grateful that it doesn't last all year. Okay. So, as I said, this is just raising contemporary issues and trying to make a little satire on it. This is not a song I would normally sing, but yeah, I guess the thing is, how do we explain it? We are all alike in the ways that count. We are all alike. We may not look alike, but we are all alike in the important ways, in the way we treat each other, in the way we love, that kind of thing. And I think that's how I would explain it. So anyway, there we go. So on to something that actually is child appropriate. I'm so sorry for that one. So Tom Lehrer, besides writing all of his satires and commentary and everything and so forth, he also wrote songs for the TV show back in the 1970s, The Electric Company. And this is one that he wrote called L.Y. And it was all about teaching adverbs. And this one I think is pretty cute. I hope you enjoy this one. Here we go. L.Y. You're wearing your squeaky shoes, and right there taking a snooze is a tiger. So how do you walk on by? Silently, silently, silent L.Y. You're a secret agent man who's after this secret plan. How do you act so they don't know you're a spy? Normally, normally, normal L.Y. At an eating contest you boast that you can eat the most. Well, how do you down your 50th piece of pie? Eagerly, 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 L.Y. As you bake on the lake, your boat upset, and your clothes got soaking wet. How do you stand and wait for them to dry? Patiently, patiently, patient L.Y. In the public library, you fall and hurt your knee, but the sign says quiet please, so how can you cry? Quietly, quietly, me goodbye. Immediately, immediate L-Y. Bye-bye. That's how we say goodbye. Okay, next up is, there it is, this really fun waltz done in 1953. It starts out very sweetly, but he's holding his lady friend's hand. This one is called I Hold Your Hand in Mine. I hold your hand in mine, dear. I press it to my lips. I take a healthy bite from your dainty fingertips. My joy would be complete, dear, if you were only here. But still I keep your hand as a precious souvenir. The night you died, I cut it off. I really don't know why. For now, each time I kiss it, I get stains upon my tie. I'm sorry now that you are gone, for love was something fine. Until they come to get me, I shall hold your hand in mine. All right. That's enough of that one. Next up. So, for those of you that are crafty types, you've probably noticed that Joanne Fabrics, Michaels, and all the other craft supply stores are selling their holiday stuff very, very early, like in July. And those of us that are school teachers, school music teachers, start teaching holiday music in September. In our house, we try not to listen to holiday music until the day after Thanksgiving, but I listen to it in my car starting on September 1st. I just love the repertoire. I really do. Anyway, this is a cute little medley that Lehrer had written down back in 1954, and it is, it uses a quote from Hark the Herald Angels Sing, and God Rest You Merry Gentlemen, and Angels We Have Heard on High, etc., etc. I do hope you enjoy this. This one is called The Christmas Carol. And wait, I'm sitting on a swivel office chair rather than my piano bench, and it got stuck. All right, A Christmas Carol. Oh, wait. If we're doing Christmas, I need proper attire here. Hang on. There we go. Now I'm ready for Christmas. Christmas time is here, by golly. Disapproval would be folly. Deck the halls with hunks of holly. Fill the cup and don't say when. Kill the turkeys and the chickens. Mix the punch, drag out the dickens. Even though the prospect sickens, brother, here we go again. On Christmas Day you can't get sore. Your fellow man you must adore. There's time to rob him all the more. The other 364 relations sparing no expense. We'll send some useless old utensil or a matching pen and pencil. Just a thing I need. How nice! It doesn't matter how sincere it is, nor how felt the spirit. Sentiment will not endear it. What's important is the price. Hark the Herald Tribute sings, advertising wondrous things. God rest you merry merchants, may you make the Yuletide pay. Angels we have heard on high, tell us to go out and buy. So let the raucous sleigh bells jingle, hail our dear friend Kris Kringle, ride his reindeers across the sky. Don't stand underneath when they fly by. Thank you. You know, between the Muppet sweater and a velvet Santa hat, I am roasting here. Yikes. All right. Well, that's enough of Santa. That was totally fun. Okay. Now, this next tune I had first heard about way back in 1979 when I was working on a youth theater production of The Sound of Music. And my friends who were cast as the nuns, including the gal who was cast as the Mother Abbess, were running around singing this song, and I had no idea what they were talking about. Well, as a cradle Catholic, I should have known what they were talking about, but then I discovered this music, and I laughed until I cried. And I'm sure by now you've guessed what this is the Vatican Rag. Oh my God, this one is so much fun to play and so much fun to sing. I hope you enjoy it, and here goes nothing. First you get down on your knees, fiddle with your rosaries, bow your head with great respect, and genuflect, genuflect, genuflect. Do whatever steps you want to if you have cleared them with the pontiff. Everybody says, oh Kyrie eleison, doing the Vatican Rag. Get in line when the processional step into that small confessional. They're the guy who's got religion will tell you if your sin's original. If it is, try playing safer. Drink the wine and keep the wafer. 2, 4, 6, 8. Time to transubstantiate. I'll never pass up a chance to play ragtime solo. So get up on your knees, fiddle with your rosaries, bow your head with great respect, and genuflect, genuflect, genuflect. Make a cross on your abdomen when in Rome, do like the Romans. I'm Maria, geez, good to see ya. Getting ecstatic and sort of dramatic and doing the Vatican Rag. Yeah! Woo! Oh my God, that was fun. Oh, and you know what? I'm working up a sweat. Muppet sweater, I love you, but I am done. Forgive me a sec, I gotta take this off. Woo! And just because I can toss it over the couch. Whee! All right, next up. Okay, this next tune was a personal request by a longtime friend of our family, Dave Scruggs. Dave Scruggs, we met when he was working with my husband years and years and years ago. He is a retired captain of our local fire department. And he doesn't think that I'm able to sing a song about a particular subject because I seem to present a squeaky clean image. So, Dave, this next one is for you because you didn't think I could do it, but I'm going to do it. This is smut. Oh my gosh. All right. And just to make things even more exciting, I had to transpose it. So here we go. Smut. Give me a smut and nothing but a dirty novel I can't shut if it's uncut and unsubtle. I've never quibbled if it was ribbled. I would devour where others merely nibbled. As the judge remarked the day that he acquitted my importance, to be smut it must be utterly without redeeming social importance. Oh, no graphic pleasures I adore. Indecent magazines galore. I like them more if they're hardcore. Bring on the obscene movies, murals, postcards, neckties, samplers, stained glass windows, tattoos, anything more, more, more. I am still not satisfied. Stories of torture used by debauchers, luridly sensuous and vile, make me smile. Novels that pander to my taste for candor give me things about Peter Pan or the Wizard of Oz. Now there's a dirty man. Woo! I thrill to any book like Fanny Hill, and I suppose I always will if it is swill and really filthy. Who needs a hobby like tennis or Palafely? I've got a hobby, rereading Lady Chatterley, but I'm never trying to take it all away from us. Unless we take a stand and hand we fight for freedom of the press. Smut, like the adventures of a slut. Oh, I'm a market they can't glut, but I don't know where I am in the chart. Oh, I'm a market they can't glut. I don't know what compares a slut. Hip hip hooray! Oh my gosh, I cannot believe it! I got lost in the middle of that, but there we go. Alrighty then. Thank you very much. Okay, Dave, that was for you. All right. There's a young man in Santa Cruz by the name of Peter Nichols who is a humongously huge Tom Lehrer fan. And for 5 years in a row, actually, in April, which is the month of Tom Lehrer's birth, he put on a Tom Lehrer song fest called Viva la Lehrer. And it featured a bunch of local artists that would get together, and we would each sing a couple of different songs that Tom Lehrer had done. Well, one year Peter decided that he wanted me to sing a particular tune. Now, granted, for the same reason that our friend Dave wanted me to sing Smut, Peter wanted me to sing this next tune because he said, you know, Nikki, you come across as so squeaky clean. I think that would really increase the comic content of this tune. And I thought, okay. But then he decided to have a little more fun, and he invited a friend of his, whose name I don't recall at the moment, to come accompany me on the theremin. Now, if you don't know what a theremin is, but you do know what the theme to the 1960s soap opera Dark Shadows sounded like, that really creepy tune, that's what a theremin sounded like. Picture a whole bunch of cats seated with their tails facing you, and their meows were all perfectly pitched. But in order to play this cat instrument, you yanked on their tails. That's what a theremin sounds like. And anyway, that's what the arrangement for this tune was for Viva la Lehrer. But for now, we're just going to do it on piano. This is The Old Dope Peddler, which was written in 1953, by the way. When the shades of night are falling, comes a fellow that everyone knows. It's the old dope peddler, spreading joy wherever he goes. Every evening you will find him around our neighborhood. It's the old dope peddler, doing well by doing good. He gives the kids free samples because he knows full well that today's young innocent faces will be tomorrow's clientele. Here's a cure for all your troubles. Here's the end to all your distress. It's the old dope peddler with his powdered happiness. Powdered happiness, huh? Okay, well, moving right along. This next tune was written in 1965. And I first became acquainted with this one when I was the accompanist for Menlo Atherton High School's choir in Menlo Park in the late 80s, early 90s. The choir teacher wanted the kids to sing some good American music, so this is the tune that she picked for them to sing. And I could never play this with a straight face, but I absolutely adore this tune. And there have been many requests for this one, actually. So I'm going to play it for you. This is Pollution. If you visit American City, you will find it very pretty. Just two things of which you must beware. Don't drink the water and don't breathe the air. Pollution, pollution. They got smog and sewage and mud. Turn on your tap and get hot and cold running crud. See the halibuts and the sturgeons being wiped out by detergents. Fish gotta swim and birds gotta fly, but they don't last long if they try. Pollution, pollution. You can use the latest toothpaste and rinse out your mouth with industrial waste. Just go out for a breath of air and you'll be ready for Medicare. The city streets are really quite a thrill. If the hoods don't get you, the monoxide will. Pollution, pollution. Wear a gas mask and a veil. Then you can breathe just as long as you don't inhale. Ooh, a modulation. Lots of things there that you can drink, but stay away from the kitchen sink. Throw out your garbage and I've got a hunch the folks downstream will eat it for lunch. So go to the city, see the crazy people there, like lambs to the slaughter. They're drinking the water and breathing the excuse me, and grab some water. Came out of a bottle, not the tap. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. So yeah, if you feel like singing along, please, please, please do. Thank you. Okay, so this next tune is not... Wait, how did that one get in there? Sorry, mistake. All right, so this next one was written in 1965. And that's not it either. There it is. All right, this was written in 1965. And there was a time when many Americans were really worried about the bomb, the nuclear bomb. Anyway, so this next song pokes fun at that, at who has it now, who has it next. On a related note, years back, I used to have an LP. Remember those, the black vinyl record albums? That was called The Best of La Bamba. And it was the song La Bamba, para bailar La Bamba, you know, done by Richie Valens plus 9 other groups that covered it. One of those groups was a grunge band in Texas. I don't remember the name of them right now, but he sang it as La Bomba, B-O-M-B-A. And all I remember was he was singing about the different countries that had a bomb. And then finally he goes, ¿Dónde está mi bomba? Where's my bomb? I want one too. That was the whole point of the La Bomba cover on the LP. But Tom Lehrer, kind of in the same vein, came up with this song called Who's Next? So here we go. And the tempo mark on this, disarmingly. Ha! First we got the bomb and that was good, cause we love peace and motherhood. Then Russia got the bomb, but that's okay, cause the balance of power is maintained that way. Who's next? Then France got the bomb, but don't you grieve, cause they're on our side, I believe. China got the bomb, but have no fears, cause they can't wipe us out for at least 5 years. Who's next? Japan will have its own device, transistorized at half the price. South Africa wants use on you know who. So Israel's getting tense, bombs went in self-defense. The Lord's our shepherd, says the song. But just in case, we better get a bomb. So who's next? Luxembourg is next to go, and who knows, maybe Monaco will try to stay serene and calm when Alabama gets the bomb. Who's next? Who's next? Who's next? Who's next? Who's next? I'm not even sure I want to know who's next. But anyway, that was Who's Next. Well, I want to know who's next on my set list. All right, well, this next one is another one that was written about that same subject. For the Viva La Lehrer showcase in Santa Cruz, the programs always closed with this next tune. The lyrics were passed out to the audience, and it was a gigantic sing-along. And wow, there's a lot of gigantic page turns in here. So if you happen to know We Will All Go Together When We Go, feel free to sing along with me. And wow, my arm looks like it's all lit up. I've got my windows open and the sun is streaming right in. Okay. When you attend a funeral, it is sad to think that sooner or later those you love will do the same for you. And you may have thought it tragic, not to mention the other adjectives, to think of all the weeping they will do. But don't you worry, no more ashes, no more sackcloth, and an armband made of black cloth will someday never more adorn a sleeve. For if the bomb that drops on you gets your friends and neighbors too, there'll be nobody left behind to grieve. And we will all go together when we go. What a comforting fact that is to know. Universal bereavement and inspiring achievement. Yes, we all will go together when we go. We will all go together when we go. All suffused with an incandescent glow. No one will have the endurance to collect on his insurance. Lloyds of London will be loaded when we go. We will all fry together when we fry. We'll be French fried potatoes and by and by. There will be no more misery when the world is a rotisserie. Yes, we all will fry together when we fry. Down by the old maelstrom, there'll be a storm before the calm. And we will all bake together when we bake. There'll be nobody present at the wake. With complete participation in that grand incineration, nearly 3 billion hunks of well-done steak. We will all char together when we char. And let there be no moaning at the bar. Just sing out a Te when you see that icy PM, and the party will be calm as you are. For we will all burn together when we burn. There'll be no need to stand and wait your turn. When it's time for the fallout and St. Peter calls us all out, we'll just drop our agendas in our and adjourn. You will all go directly to your respective Valhallas. Go directly, do not pass go, do not collect $200. And we will all go together when we go. Every Hottentot and every Eskimo. When the air becomes Uranus, we will all go simultaneous. Yes, we'll all go together when we all go together. Yes, we all will go together when when we go. So yeah, you can tell the song was written a long, long, long time ago. 3 billion tons of hunks of well-done steak? I think that number should be over 7 billion hunks. Thank you, Stephen, for correcting me on that. But still, that's a lot of hunks of steak. Okay, next up is another one that has gotten tons and tons and tons of requests. And this one, this one is really cute, but it doesn't mean to be cute because the lyrics certainly aren't cute, but it's hilarious. This is Poisoning Pigeons in the Park. Spring is here, suffering is here, life is skittles and life is beer. I think the loveliest time of the year is the spring. I do, don't you? Of course you do. But there's one thing that makes spring complete for me and makes every Sunday a treat for me. All the world seems in tune on a spring afternoon when we're poisoning pigeons in the park. Every Sunday you'll see my sweetheart and me as we're poisoning pigeons in the park. When they see us coming, the birdies all try and hide, but they still go for peanuts when coated with cyanide. The sun's shining bright, everything seems alright when we're poisoning pigeons in the park. We've gained notoriety and caused much anxiety in the Audubon Society with our games. They call it impiety and lack of propriety and quite a variety of unpleasant names. But it's not against any religion to want to dispose of a pigeon. So, if Sunday you're free, why don't you come with me and we'll poison the pigeons in the park? And maybe we'll do in a squirrel or two while we're poisoning pigeons in the park. We'll murder them all amid laughter and merriment, except for the few we take home to experiment. My pulse will be quickening with each drop of strychnine. When we feed to a pigeon, it just takes a smidgen to poison the pigeons in the park. Thank you. Okay. My goodness. Next, we have Tom Lehrer's answer to, will you still need me? Will you still feed me when I'm 64? We all wonder, will our spouses still love us then as much as they do now when we are older, when we are 64? Or even when you are old and gray? See what I did there? When You Are Old and Gray, written in 1953. Since I still appreciate you, let's find love while we may, because I know I'll hate you when you are young, old and gray. So say you love me here and now, I'll make the most of that. Say you love and trust me, for I know you'll disgust me when we're old and getting fat. An awful debility, a lessened utility, a loss of mobility is a strong possibility. In all probability, I'll lose my fertility, and you your virility and desirability. And this liability of total sterility humility will lead to hostility and sense of futility. So let's act with agility while we have facility, for we'll soon reach senility and lose the ability. Your teeth will start to go, dear. Your waist will start to spread. I resemble that in 20 years or so, dear. I wish that you were dead. I'll never love you then at all the way I do today. So please remember, when I leave in December, I told you so in May. Thank you. All right. Okay, we have 2 more songs plus a teaser. Now, this one, when I was practicing, I spent 2 minutes just trying to read the words, another 2 minutes just trying to pronounce them. And then after I sang them, I felt like I was going, goodness gracious. But you know what? Before we continue, I'm going to go ahead and shut the window so that my arm doesn't get too warm here. Hang on one second. Whoopsie. So, those of you that studied physics and chemistry in high school probably had to study the periodic table. Well, Tom Lehrer, being a scientific mind himself, decided to write a song about the periodic table, the Elements Song. And I got to tell you, I think I'm going to do this one twice, because I got to do it once to make sure I get the words right, and then I'm going to speed this puppy up. So, the music to this was written by Sir Arthur Sullivan. The tune is I Am the Very Model of a Modern Major General from his operetta, The Pirates of Penzance. Here is Tom Lehrer's take on it. The Elements. There's antimony, arsenic, aluminum, selenium, and hydrogen, and oxygen, and nitrogen, and radium, nickel, neodymium, neptunium, germanium, and iron, americium, and ruthenium, uranium, europium, zirconium, ruthenium, vanadium, and lithium, osmium, and da-da-da-da-da-da. See what I mean? And golden protactinium, indium, and gallium, and iodine, and thorium, and thulium, and thallium. There's yttrium, and terbium, and actinium, rubidium, and boron, gadolinium, dystrobium, iridium, strontium, and silicon, and silver, and samarium, and bismuth, bromine, lithium, beryllium, and barium. Okay, now I'm going to try that one faster. There's antimony, arsenic, aluminum, selenium, and hydrogen, and oxygen, and nitrogen, and radium, and nickel, neodymium, neptunium, germanium, and iron, americium, ruthenium, uranium, europium, zirconium, and lithium, vanadium, and lithium, and osmium, and oxygen, and radium, and golden protactinium, and indium, and gallium. So far, so good. And iodine, and thorium, and thulium, and thallium. There's yttrium, terbium, actinium, rubidium, and boron, gadolinium, and niobium, and tritium, and strontium, and silicon, and silver, and samarium, bismuth, beryllium, and beryllium, and barium. What the heck? Let's do the next verse. There's holmium, and helium, and hafnium, and erbium, and phosphorus, and francium, and fluorine, and deuterium, and manganese, and mercury, and lithium, and magnesium, dysprosium, and scandium, and cerium, and cesium, and leprosilionium, and platinum, and plutonium, palladium, promethium, potassium, polonium, and tantalum, titanium, titanium, tellurium. I always get that one wrong. And cadmium, and calcium, and chromium, and curium. There's sulfur, californium, and fermium, and berkelium, and also lithium, and strontium, and beryllium, and iron, krypton, neon, radium, and zinc, and rhodium, and chlorine, carbon, cobalt, copper, tungsten, tin, and sodium. These are the only ones of which the news has come to Harvard. We know there are many others, but they hadn't been discovered. Oh, yeah. Woo! Okay. Well, I think that's enough of that. So, before I do my last song for you today, I'd like to give for you a teaser for my concert in 2 weeks from today. Today's November 7th. 2 weeks from today is November 21st, which is the Saturday before Thanksgiving. So for that concert, I thought I would love to do a program about thanks gratitude, blessings. Oh my God, I forgot Laurentian? Oh shoot. I was hoping you wouldn't notice, Stephen. But thanks for catching me on that. Okay. Anyway, so while researching songs for that concert, I came across this one. This is a well-known and beloved hymn that came from Holland called We Gather Together. And then Tom Lehrer got his hands on it. It is no longer We Gather Together, but rather the post-Thanksgiving hymn. I was going to do this for that concert, but I think I'm going to do it today. What the heck? I'm going to do it for both. Here is the post-Thanksgiving hymn, aka We Gather Together. We gather together to ask the Lord's blessing for turkey and dressing and cranberry sauce. It was slightly distressing, but now we're convalescing. So sing praises to his name and forget not to floss. Our nearest and dearest, we don't mind confessing. It's sort of depressing to have them so near. Our feelings suppressing, we're sweetly acquiescing and fervently professing that we're glad they were here. We gather together and got the Lord's blessing. Of course, we're just guessing, 'cause how can you tell? Our stomachs are bloating, our kidneys nearly floating. Hellos are very nice, but goodbyes can be swell. Yeah, it's sort of depressing to have them so near according to the lyrics, but you know what? Thanks to the pandemic, I would give anything to have my relatives and my friends nearby so that I could celebrate with them in person and hug them in person, frankly. Anyway, someday soon, we will be there again. And with that, we come to the last piece on our program. Years back when I was the music director of Max's Opera Cafe in Palo Alto, a young man came in and auditioned, became one of the biggest talents that we ever had there. Martin, I hope you're there and I hope you're listening because I'm talking about you. He is a musical theater geek, an opera geek, a musician, an amazing talent, and a huge fan of Tom Lehrer. He and I would sing this, well, he would sing and I would accompany this next song, and it always brought down the house. And frankly, I was always a little jealous because I always wanted to sing this myself. And now I finally got the chance. But one of these days I'm going to have to do a concert, figure out a way to get Martin in here as well so that you can hear him do this because, oh my God, it's fabulous. This is the song that's going to close my program today. I thank you all so much for being with me and enjoying this afternoon of pretty crazy music. This is the Masochism Tango. Touch of your wits, dear. You can raise wealth like nobody else as we dance to the Masochism Tango. Let our love be a flame, not an ember. Say it's me that you want to dismember. Black in my eyes, set fire to my tie as we dance to the Masochism Tango. At your command, before you here I stand. My heart is in my hand. It's here that I must be. My heart entreats. Just hear those savage beats and go put on your cleats and come and trample me. Your heart's hard as stone or mahogany. That's why I'm in such exquisite agony. My soul is on fire. It's with flame with desire, which is why I perspire when we tango. You caught my and the rose that you held in my teeth, love, with the thorns underneath, love, sticking into your gums. Your eyes cast a spell that bewitches. The last time I needed 20 stitches to sew up the gash that you made with your lash as we danced to the masochism tango. Bash in my brain and make me scream with pain, then kick me once again and say we'll never part. I know too well I'm underneath your spell, so darling, if you smell something burning against my heart, oh, well, excuse me. Take your cigarette from its holder and burn your initials in my shoulder. Fracture my spine and swear that you're mine as we dance to the masochism tango. All right. Thank you so much for joining me, everyone. Next one, 2 weeks from today, program about Thanksgiving music, etc. and so forth. For your friends that weren't able to hear today, the concert will be uploaded to my YouTube channel. Oh my gosh, I got sun all over me again. There we go. Uploaded to my YouTube channel. Same name as me, Nikki Kearns. Tell your friends. Tell your friends to go and check it out. Yeah, some people find it funny, some don't, but yeah, there we go. Thank you very much again for joining me. Have a lovely rest of your afternoon, and I hope to see you in 2 weeks. Take care. Thanks again. Bye-bye.